Hello minasan, Hikiyami Morikotes, and welcome to another drawing stream. And well, I'm just gonna keep drawing characters from indie games, right? Because that's what I like to do. The last game we did last time, it was this one, which was Hinori, right? Yeah. So let me search the itch.io list for this. Okay, so the last one was Hinori, right? Hello, Alts, thank you for coming to the stream. Hello, Leah, thank you for coming to the stream. Hello, Honey Not Pimius, thank you for coming to the stream. How are you guys doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. So the next game, it's supposed to be Love Brawl, right? I don't remember this game. It was like a visual novel, but it has like fighting game elements. The fighting games was not the best thing, but it's like an extra, right? So it's just really good. The main character is kind of cute. So might as well do it, right? Yeah, just my connection is a little bit slow, so I'm gonna give it some time. So this is the main character, if I remember correctly. So let's just crop this one so I can use it as a reference. I feel like more developers should make sure to put a full body. Well, sometimes they don't even draw the full body, right? So at least try to put like a full body of the main character for people to do fan art of it. It will be convenient, but we cannot have everything, right? So this will be for Love Brawl by developer Spicy Chicken. Spicy Chicken. Who doesn't like spicy chicken? I feel like I cannot trust someone that doesn't like spicy chicken. I'm back after weeks. Yeah, it's been a while. How you been doing? Let's do about this size. And since last time, I've been trying to use less pixels, right? Because I'm giving myself too much pixels, which I don't deserve. So I'm gonna keep up with the little pixel art. This is my third alt account. First and second was vlog. What's up? Pretty okay, just recovering from a bad day at work. Oh man. Bad days at work seems to be a common occurrence in here, right? If I remember correctly, Monimi usually also has bad days at work. That's why I cannot believe people that like working. They cannot be trusted. Honestly, if you tell me you like to work, I don't believe you. I think the only people that really like to work are like people that don't need the money or people that are working their dream job, which it's pretty rare, right? I don't think there's a lot of people working their dream job as it is. Like if I could win money as a VTuber, it will be nice, but I'm not sure if it's my dream job, but because I'm not sure if I have dreams to begin with, right? So hello, Jokir, thank you for coming to the stream. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. I was about to be late for this stream because I was playing Nikke, and the new summer event has a bunch of things. Like, I feel like it's too much. Like, just for this time, I think they added too much content to the update. And I almost didn't finish my dailies before the stream. Reference sheets are nice, but I feel like, at least for the page, having fan art material is not much of a worry. Yeah, I know it's not like a requirement, I just say it would be nice and pretty convenient for me in this moment. Oh, you have a day tonight. Good luck with that. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Hopefully everything comes nicely. I don't know. It's been ages since I had a date. It's been at least what, 10 years since the last time I had a date. Oh man, that's not nice. You know, a lot of what? Damn it, I'm using the wrong layer. I always use the wrong layer. I'm always like pleasantly surprised by how good the designs of game developers are. Like a lot of game devs are just artists that decided to make games. So it's to not surprise that the designs are really, really good. And I couldn't for the life of me make such great designs. A red hat, well, I hope everything goes well. First date with the person is pretty, yeah, that's pretty bad. Low key, I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. Well, I should do it, right? But I cannot bring myself to be a 3D person. Wait, that cannot go with it. Every time I see a ship character, I can only think of that song, which it was like beep beep I'm a ship. I say beep beep I'm a ship or something. Like, I don't remember. That was the song, right? And I can only think of that. I'm not sure how this works. Should be something like this, right? Imagine having to date people. Can you believe it? If the account was blocked, it was for a reason. Don't ask about that. Okay, just roll with it. Just roll with the consequences of your actions. And please don't talk about that on the chat, right? The chat is to talk about the stream and to have nice conversations, not to talk about that. So please don't. I don't know how to draw. You know, usually when you tell people you don't know how to draw, they just tell you to practice. But I've been practicing this for like years and years, and I'm really not good at drawing. I mean, I accept it. I accept that I'm not good at art, but it still hurts a little bit. And I wish I could put like Blue Archive music in my stream, so I could listen to it. I know you guys are listening to a soundtrack, but I'm not. I'm in total silence in here, and it's kind of not nice. I mean, I guess I could listen to some. Yeah, I could listen to something else, right? Let me put some music for me. I don't like being in total silence because then the voices appear, and I don't like the voices. Okay, I'm choosing a soundtrack to keep track. Just give me a moment. I can draw from reference only. If I draw from my mind, it looks like chicken scratch. Yeah. I don't think, even if I use references, I don't think I could draw properly. It's just not my thing. I think it's also because I refuse to properly learn to do things. I just like to do things my way, which is usually not the right way. There's a lot of indie games I have to make fan art of. This could take years to finish, and I don't have years, so I'll do my best. She has really nice, like, arms and everything. So I don't think a bust was the right idea for this. Sorry if I bounce on enough, but I'm curious on your spriting style, so I wanted to see the process. Everyone here can draw, and I'll always stand by that. Yeah, everyone can draw, but not everyone can be good like me. Like, I cannot be good at it, right? But yeah, I think that's the good thing about drawing. It's that you can do it regardless if you're good or not, right? The point about drawing is enjoying yourself, letting your creativity flow, having fun, and stuff like that. Don't worry about bouncing on enough. I don't really have a process to drawing. Sorry to disappoint. I just do what comes to my mind usually. Which is, as you can see, not a great process for processing. For drawing, I mean. If it helps with anything, I never learned anatomy properly. I simply go by what looks good, and no one has complained so far. Yeah, I guess as long as you're not trying to do like realism or stuff like that, anatomy doesn't really matter that much, right? Especially if you're doing like fantastic creatures or something like that. I mean, it's good to know a little, right? But similar things so far. Hello, Minimirset. Thank you for coming to the stream. How are you doing? Sorry for the flex, but I literally traced anatomy books to learn anatomy, and I 100% recommend it. I don't think that's a flex. And I think maybe that's probably a good way to learn, right? I see some people that don't like tracing, but I think if you use it to learn, it's okay, as long as you don't claim things as your own, right? Because a lot of people trace art and it's like, oh, I made this from scratch. And like every time I use a reference, I put it on the Discord server so you guys know when I'm like referencing something directly, like a meme or something like that. Maybe the head, it's a little bit like Madoka in here, but like a little bit squished, but it's okay. Should be okay. How long is that? Maybe this is a little bit longer. But it will be this. After this stream, I'm gonna be going with all my might and power to make the game jam game I'm supposed to do, because I haven't even started that game. I have no idea what like I guess making the game it's simple enough, because you know it's a small game with only one of each asset, right? But my problem with that is that I have to come with something. I have to come with something, and I cannot come with something. Or the whoop. I'm gonna have to start learning if I want to draw properly. I keep saying the tip of imagine it as a geometrical shape, and that tip sucks and people don't know what they're saying. I think it helps with clothes, but I remember one day, like, excuse me, I'm gonna move to this. I'm gonna move to a new layer for a second. I remember reading about that, and I think about it when I draw hands, but I never do it properly. So I think when people draw a hand, they do it like this, right? And you can like, think of it like, I don't know. I don't know how to draw. You have to remember that. I don't know how to draw. And they even like draw a circle in here, and I don't know what the hell they do. But yeah, that never works for me. I don't know how to do that. I just remember that tip. Look, I hope you don't come into this stream trying to learn how to draw, because it's not gonna happen. I mean, I get close enough, right? Close enough. Yeah, close enough. I just need the face. Well, first you need to know how to draw geometrical shapes. Are you guys mocking me? Sorry if I mute myself every now and then. I've been sneezing a lot and I don't want you guys to listen to that. Wait, wrong layer, wrong layer. Not really sure what are these lines. May as well. Actually, may have to. Maybe I should make the eyes a little bit bigger since a little bit wider since the face it's a little bit wide. This looks terrible, and I hate it. Yeah, that's much better. I'm okay-ish at hands, but if you ever think a hand I drew is too good, I probably took a photo. I've referenced that. The flesh that makes up my real form is a great reference source too. Yeah. They always say that, right? If you're gonna draw something, you can use yourself as a reference. Most tutorials strive for realism from what I've seen, so if your art style is in the slightest, you're out of luck. I mean, this looks terrible. think I made the head too white. Maybe I can fix it, right? It's gonna give you more ears. Looks slightly better. Not really. Maybe it's not exactly how white it is, but how. If I get the eyes a little bit closer. But what about all the art styles for anime? Yeah. Anime does whatever it wants, right? It doesn't care about much stuff. Which is nice. I really like the anime style. Properly done, obviously. Oh wait. For example, I hate the quote-unquote anime style of the Genshin games. So, like whatever it's related to MiHoYo, I hate it so much. It's so bland, it's so boring, and people love it for whatever reason, right? I guess it's because they don't know God, so they just gonna pray to whatever they see. Yeah, that looks much better, I think. A little bit. Just a little bit better. It's alright. Little bit. I think that's it. That's it. I'm not sure. I mean, it looks pretty different, but maybe we just now it's looking at you with intensity. I like how it looks like this. I'm just gonna leave it like that so I can move on to the next one. I think a black outline will be nice. I don't know if it happens to you guys or if it happens to you with this stream in specific, but every time I see someone drawing, it doesn't matter if they're good or bad, I want to draw something. Like every time I see someone like making their OCs and stuff like that, I'm like, I want to do that too. And I get this like urge to do it, but I just remember I don't know how to draw and then I don't do it anymore. And I guess the older you become, the less OCs you actually draw in the end. Okay, so this is another one. The collection is looking nice. So what's next? So last time I did 3 of them, right? Because this one was actually pre-made that I did like a year ago. So last time I did 3, now I have to do another 3. Let's see what next game should come. Then we have Depths of the Desert, which was a really nice game. I remember I discovered like a super secret ending because it's a game, it's like a 3D walking simulator, right? And you're in the desert and stuff like that. And eventually you find the power, spoiler alert, you find the power to float, like to invert gravity, right? And I was like, what happens if I invert gravity and I go out to the open sky, right? So I went outside, I inverted the gravity, and I just went floating into the sky. And that was a secret ending that the developer actually thought about. It was really good. Like, I like when developers can like read the mind of the player, especially the player is me. Because it's really cool to try something and that the game actually has an answer for it. Like, oh, I want to die going to the sky, and you can actually do it, and it's actually an ending. That was really good. Sadly, in this game, there's no characters. Since it's a first-person game, there's no characters I can draw, so I'm gonna have to skip it. Then we have Calamity Nova, which was a game that it looked pretty good, but there was not a lot to it. And it has like a pretty little girl that it's an alien, I think, which is called Pink. I think because it's pink, right? So I think I'm gonna be skipping this one too because again I didn't get like that strong emotional connection to characters. Then we have Into the Hollow-Berg's Hololive Fine Game. Again, I'm gonna be skipping games of pre-existing IPs because I don't want to make fan art of Hololive or other stuff that it's not actually an indie character. Japanese art already operated on a less lines, more interpretation basis. Then we have Left Dark. Left Dark. I actually don't remember that one that much. Let me just... Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember it now. Yeah. Actually, it deleted my comment. Yeah, my comment about this game, it's gone, which is really sad because I remember the game was not that good. I'm gonna actually modify the review and I'm gonna give it 2 stars because I don't like people that remove my comments. I don't like people like, I understand not liking criticism of your games and stuff like that, right? But I wasn't, you know me, I'm not overly like vicious attacking people, right? Oh, your game sucks, I hope you fucking I'm not like that, right? I was just pointing out how lackluster the game was. Thankfully, my video is still up, so if you guys want to watch the Left Dark video, you can watch it. But the game was pretty disappointing, and again, I'm pretty disappointed because a bunch of developers, in my experience, a lot of developers do this. Like, they delete comments. They even, sometimes when the game sucks so much, they delete the entire page and then just upload the same game as a new project, so they can like bypass all the bad ratings and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't know what you're expecting, right? What are you expecting when you upload the same game with the same flaws and everything? And I know some people are really mean when they give criticism. I try not to, but then again, it's really hard not to sound mean when you're trying to give honest criticism, right? I try to say as much good things as I say bad things to balance it out, but sometimes games don't have enough good things, right? And we have to understand that. And again, I'm not just mean to be mean. I will never, and I actually respect people that can do things that I cannot a lot, right? So games that have amazing art, I can respect that. Games that have amazing music, I respect that because it's something I cannot do. And how would I mock something I'm not capable of doing, right? So I understand that, but I'm also a game developer. I also have years of experience in that, and of course playing games and understanding how they work. I'm a programmer and stuff like that, right? So I do understand, and I'm in a position to give like valid criticism, which I try to do. But if you go and delete my valid criticism just because you don't like it, like, okay, you don't deserve my time to play your game, right? That's at least my opinion. Anyway, let's move on. This one is Stargazers, which I was really excited when I was about to play this game because it looked really good. But it's like a 2-minute, like, I won't even call it a demo version, right? I remember like I went to play the game and I was like, oh, this is gonna look really good. And yeah, the game mentions, at least I remember it mentioning that it was really early on development. But I don't think making a cutscene and 2 seconds of gameplay, it's early on development. That's like no development whatsoever. And like, I don't know, I felt really frustrated because the game looks really good. The art is beautiful, but there's nothing to it. It's like watching a slideshow, right? It's not even a game, so I got really frustrated with that. I like this game. I give it like 2 stars if I, let me check. Yeah, I give it like 2 stars 3 years ago. Can you believe I've been doing this for 3-4 years almost? But yeah, again, I don't want to draw these characters even if they look beautiful because I don't know anything about them because nothing ever happened in the game, right? Again, I don't know if they ever updated the game, but I don't see if they did. We have The Path of Pigment Act 1. Oh, this was a really good game. I was thinking I played this game more recently, but it's also been like 3 years. I guess when you do this almost daily, you kind of lost track of when you play what game, right? Yeah, this game it's really good. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Undertale, I would say, because it has like a bullet hell boss fights and stuff like that. And the game is all black and white, and you have like a little puzzles to do. And it's not a long game because it's like the Act 1, right? I don't even know if the developer ever released Act 2. I actually played a bunch of games from this developer. I play Star Sign Treasure Hunter and Floating Frame also. And I think that's all. But this developer has a bunch of games. Maybe I should give it like a try to these other games. Yeah, but it's a lot of games. Like actually like 20 games, more or less 20 games. But yeah, really good game. But then again, the character is just a small pixelated like witch person thingy. So nothing I can really draw from that. Try either pre-Renaissance sets, art styles, or whatever happened in for less realism focused art styles, right? Just whatever you do, don't try those how to draw anime like magazines because that's god awful and they usually steal art, so don't do it. We have one last meal, which was an interesting game. It was I don't remember what culture it was. It was Malaysian culture? I don't know, I don't want to be wrong. In one last meal, you get to have your own food cart and cook for customers who seems to have no memory of how they show up at your cart. This is a game about dying, right? About the limbo and stuff like that. You meet 3 characters and you have to deep conversations with them about their lives or just people in general. Yeah, I remember this game mentions a bunch of food. I don't know a bunch of foods from a different culture that I didn't know, and it was interesting reading about them. But honestly, sorry, I cannot remember what culture it was. So sorry about that. You will have to watch the video or play the game if you want to know. And I kind of like how the main character looks. So yeah, maybe let's give it a go, right? Yeah, why not? This is like, well, this is not the main character. You're the main character, right? But I think you have no face. This is like the person in charge of the food limbo, or like hell or haven. I don't know what it is. But I like the mask. I like the mask. It's really cool. So let's go with this one. Whoops, it's too big. That's what you said. So let's go with this, right? Oh no, Boon does what? Oh, bomb. Okay, bomb does at first sight. Getting boot to draw is like it's bad. Book. Oh man, you guys are. Are you guys okay? Are you guys too tired? Maybe. Okay, let's draw this character, right? Or maybe just the mask. I think the whole character it's good, right? Maybe make the picture a little bit smaller. Okay, let's see. It's nice to like revisit old games I played before. How small can I make this? I want to make something small. And then we have this. And a little bit of yellow. The mask. Just like blue from the top. a little bit of yellow, of course. My autocorrect can't pick a language. Duolingo is punishing me. Knowing how to spell is like knowing how to do small talk. It's overrated. You guys have autocorrect? Not the Duolingo. Duolingo searching for revenge. You know, I never tried Duolingo. Well, I did try Duolingo when I was in like university, but for a little bit of Japanese, which I never really got good at. I mean, I already knew a bit of Japanese, which is obviously not enough to hold a conversation, but I don't think Duolingo actually helped me do anything about my issues with the... I have to search some words online to see if I type them right. Lol. Yeah, I do that too. I do that too. I think it's common to do it, right? Like especially if you're trying to be serious about something, you want to make sure it's properly done. So it makes sense that you search. Look, like in this illustration, you cannot see the pants, but it is either this is a dress or they go like, I'm gonna go with a dress, right? I'm thinking this is a dress. That will be more or less it, right? And I would like to headcanon that this character is not wearing any shoes, because why would you need shoes in hell, right? Or heaven or whatever this is. It's probably pants, right? Because I feel like this will go with pants, but we're just gonna roll with it. My autocorrect has corrected me so much that I think that it thinks my mistakes are actual words. As the next overachiever straight A's student, now that's flexing. I don't actually think spelling is that important in normal conversations, but also YouTube decided I had to learn about the unschooling situation going on in the USA, and I'm horrified. Oh man, it's not a good time for the country. In more than one way. I think we have bigger problems than the homeschooling people are trying to do and everything. I've seen a lot of people thinking about homeschooling their kids, which again, I'm not exactly against homeschooling. I think it can work because sometimes the schools really don't. They really don't. Honestly, I don't know what to say about that. But sometimes the schools don't properly do what they have to do, and that's really troublesome. But I also don't think homeschooling is the proper solution. No, not homeschooling, unschooling. It's worse. Wait, what do you mean unschooling then? Like people not taking their kids to school? Or what? Is there something I'm not aware of? I really don't read that much news, to be honest. It's just because I used to spend like a good amount of my time reading news, but like lately everything is so depressing, and I feel like reading news just it's not worth it for my mental health, you know. So I just don't. Every time I have to read news, I just don't. Could you elaborate? Yeah, elaborate. Please entertain the chat in my stead because I'm not good at entertaining chats. I think this looks about right. Unschooling. Wait. Oh no, I got to go. Bye, guys. Be super sage and have a great stream. Thank you for coming, Joker. Good luck with your dates. As far as I know, homeschool children still need to follow a program and take some exams to check their. Yeah, that's true. Unschooling is like, oh, children will learn what they want when they want and when. Oh yeah, I've been reading about this. But and they're like 10-year-olds doesn't know how to read or write or do basic math. It's almost child neglect. I don't think that's almost. I think that's child neglect. Yeah, I've been reading about that. Actually, I think I was talking with some family members, right? And they mentioned someone like not part of my family, of course. It was unschooling, and it was like their mom, the mother of the children was like asking like, oh, it's been like 5 years and my children doesn't know how to read or identify colors or like basic stuff. When it's gonna learn about it? Like, is this normal? And I think that there's even like a subreddit or like online communities on Facebook about unschooling, and it's like, what the hell? Why are people neglecting their children nowadays, right? It's not anything but when my parents like decided to, or I guess they didn't decide to have children, right? Things were so much worse, like for people. There was not a lot of schools, like and stuff like that when I was a kid. You have like to go to a school very far away, or like a school in bad condition, and everything. But at least my parents and a lot of parents I know from like kids my age. Well, I guess we are not kids anymore, right? But like when I was a kid, did everything in their hands to give their kids an education, because like from my parents' generation, not everyone could get an education, right? And they know how important it is to actually get educated, at least up to high school, right? I would say at the very least, not everyone has to go to college, not everyone has to go to university, but at the very least, give your kids a high school diploma, right? It's the basic thing to do. After that, they can do whatever they want. They can try to be influencers. They can do whatever they want. If they fail at life, you did what you could, right? I'm gonna say that much. But please don't. I know it, and not. I think no one in here has any children, right? But just in case, please don't do that to your kids. Obviously, I'm not gonna tell you what to do because I'm not your mother. But if I was your mother, I will beat you with a broomstick because God, you're doing awful for your kids. Yeah, that's not nice. That's terrible. And I know, again, I want to say that school system is far from perfect. Like, the farthest away from perfect it can be, it is, but it's better than nothing. Like, we have to admit it. Again, there's different countries. We're talking here about the US, right? It's far from perfect, but again, it's much better than nothing. And I think we can see that with this homeschooling thingy. Because Jesus Christ, people are really not, like, I feel like a lot of parents that they don't really want to take care about it, like, they don't really care about their children. It's like, oh yeah, I had a kid, now good luck with that kid. Like, do whatever you can on your own. Good luck with life. I'll see you later. And they even have the nerve to ask the kid for, like, oh, you better be successful and you better give me money when you become older. It's like, nah, that kid, it's gonna forget about you in like 3 seconds. I don't even know what I'm doing in here. It's just like, if you're not gonna see for your children's future, don't ask them for stuff later down the road. I think that's a little bit better. Just a little bit. Maybe the mask should be a little bit lower, right? Probably, yeah. Seems about right. And for example, I'd rather people homeschool their children than, you know, actually unschool them, whatever that means. I don't think that should be a word, but it is. It has some evil eyes. Sending kids to school is okay. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry, I just remember a joke that goes with that. I think getting the mask to make sense. It's the real challenge in here. Allow your kids to have a chance in this hyper-competitive reality, damn it. Also, apparently, this whole unschooling is related to some radical ideologies about the government wants to control our children and black magic. Why is it always something like that? Why cannot people have, like, normal stupid ideas? They always have to be this. Oh god, no. It is always the black magic. It is always the black magic. God damn it. I was low-key expecting it to not be black magic, but it is always black magic. more I learn about it, the less I like it. Oh, the curse of knowledge. It's real. The more you know, the less you understand. Am I right? I mean, yeah, it looks about right. I know it's not at the same height of the mask. So maybe I should lower the mask a little. Yeah, that's the sweet spot. Yeah, that's perfect. And you know, usually I don't like the time I was born, like the generation stuff like that. It's not like, oh, I was born in the wrong generation stuff like that. It's not exactly like that. But man, I'm glad I was not born in this like generation, because you have to do so much to get so little in return. Like, they want people to come out of like school knowing like 3 languages and like 5 degrees and I don't know what have you. And for what? For like minimum wage? It's like, no, thank you. I'd rather just try my luck at being a influencer. That's why so many people become like influencers and stuff like that. It's because it doesn't even make that much sense to try to make it out the quote-unquote right way. Because holy moly, the right way is actually not doing much for people right now. Interesting conversation, I have to say. I love you guys, but you're kind of insane. Looking good, Moriko-sama. What? What do you mean? What do you mean you're kind? What do you mean by that? Explain yourself. Yeah, it is not like that in other parts of the world, right? I would like to believe so, that this is hopefully this is just happening in here, or like in the US, right? I should say in here, but I live on the internet. I don't have a physical body form thingy. But as far as I remember, this character was not exactly evil. It was just like a force of nature that you have to deal with. I guess that looks okay. I mean, even if this is not addressed I guess it looks good enough, yeah? Maybe a little bit of shading on it. Yeah, I guess that completes it, right? I don't think I'm missing anything. And that will be character number 2. The funny thing is that there are free schooling systems where children can learn however they want about whatever they want, and they have teachers that make sure they are the... Yeah, but you have to remember that this is about the government controlling your children, right? As you mentioned. So any kind of teacher, it's gonna like influence your kid in ways you don't want to because you're a crazy person. And look, to be fair, I'm also not a big fan of what the schools are teaching nowadays to kids, right? For example, and maybe this is a hot take and it's gonna get me cancelled, but I feel like schools are getting too much into like sexual education. Like too much into it. Like, I don't think that... Like, basic stuff is nice. It's nice to teach kids about that stuff because they have to know eventually. But they are getting too into what is right and what is wrong. And that's not for schools to say, or for parents for that matter. So no one should get too much into that, right? Just the necessary things. And that will be about it. And I'm already cancelled, right? My channel is already deleted. Thank you guys for watching. Anyway, that's 2 of them. I think they are looking pretty nice. Actually, I like this one. I didn't like it when I was doing it, but now looking at this one compared to the other ones, it actually looks pretty good. And this one also looks pretty nice. I like it. And you know, I was thinking on posting these illustrations or these little drawings to each game's page, but I don't want it to seem like I'm looking for attention. I was thinking maybe the developers would like to see their characters fan art or something, but I don't want it to look like I'm looking for attention, like, oh, look at the drawing I made in my stream, go watch my stream. No, I don't want to be like that, so I'm not gonna do it. So hopefully one day the developers find these videos somehow, some way, when I have 1 billion subscribers. Anyway, let's move on. I like to say that that's the case, but in here they're trying to add religion in the government, so maybe I'm not the one to talk lol. Christianity overall is huge in here. I think Christianity is huge everywhere. Like it's also finding its way into the government here. And I know other places, for example, like I think like a lot of countries in, don't ask me to name the countries, right? But in like Latin America, I think it is like LA. I just know it because of the League of Legends games. Sorry. They're trying to make their way to controlling the world, and I know people joke about the Jews controlling the world, but now it seems like Christianity is making a huge like push to control whatever we want to do with our lives. And as much as I respect religion, I don't like that, and I'm willing to punch anyone that tries to mess up with things. So yeah, it's not good for anyone, it seems, right? Let's find one more game to do fan art of. To their age, so like, wait, what? The funny thing is that there are free schooling systems developing appropriately to their age, so like these people are trying to create something that already exists and doing it wrong, yeah. As usual, I'm gonna blame the internet for this. The internet is at fault. So we have No Escape, which what was this game? Oh, it's a game about... Oh yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, this one was no good. It was not a bad game. It was like a kind of cute game, but it was not good and don't have nice characters. PvP Factory was a fun game, but also no characters to draw that I want to draw anyway. Lights was a terrible game. It's actually one of the few games I actually gave 1 star. And again, I don't think it's a game that it's trying to be like really really good, but it's like a really really bad game. And at that point, it doesn't even work as a like, oh, I'm trying to learn stuff and I'm just posting this game because I try to learn stuff. It's just like a lazy way to put a game in. Obviously, I'm not trying to be mean with the developer or anything like that, but the game has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. And yeah, it was made for a game jam, but then again, the game, it's like, it was made with no idea what was happening in like, I don't know, it's like, oh, I want to post a game and on the Google Play Store or like the App Store or whatever, and I'm gonna do this because I saw a tutorial on how to do this, and that's it. And it doesn't have a shred of spirit or soul in it, so yeah, no good. We have Sinky Islands, which I think was like a jumping game, right? Let me check. Yeah, it was like an infinite jump game with a few unlockables. It was fun. Not the greatest thing ever, but it was fun. So at the end of the day, if a game is fun, it's a good game, right? We have Crystal of Light, which it was a visual novel, I think. Yeah, it was a visual novel about a girl that was a crystal, and you like kind of fall in love. It was in my Otome game era, which I play a bunch of Otome games back in the day. Oh yeah, they're apparently very popular on TikTok. Oh no, TikTok is the worst place of. I feel like the worst things that has happened in the past like 5 years, it has come from TikTok. Being an atheist is in a heavily Christian country is rather alienating. I'm so glad nothing outside my screen is real. Yeah, that's right. Only things in your screen are real, right? And again, as much as I respect religions, I don't like when religions mess too much or like force you to do things, right? That's not it, right? I also come from a very religious family, like to no end. And when I was an edgy teenager, I also consider myself an atheist, right? An agnostic, maybe now. And I got really criticized for it, really shut out from the family because I was not that religious. I mean, I do believe in God in a way. I think I explained this in a previous stream. Eventually, like, I'm gonna do it again. I do believe in God, but I do believe in God my way, and I don't like to do like I believe in God. I don't believe in the church. Like I don't trust the church. I don't want anything to do with church. There are good churches, yeah. There are good pastors, yeah, but like I rather overall not be associated with that kind of thing, and I'm gonna do good in the world my way, following what I learned from the religion and from the Bible, right? I think actually religion, especially like Christianity or like Catholicism or stuff like that, I cannot talk about the other ones because I don't know them, I never experienced them, so that's it. I think it can help people, right? When you're in a tough spot and you don't know what to do or like you need help, you can like support yourself in your beliefs, right? Which is nice, and it actually makes people better sometimes. And sometimes it makes people worse. Like everything, it depends on how you use it. So use religion for good or don't. I'm not your mom. I can tell you what to do. I'm starting to understand the why more people, more and more, but I can't seem to understand why. Anyway, we have Tyrant Colbert, attorney of the Arcane. This was a game that was like Ace Attorney, I guess you can guess because of the name. And I remember it having like a cute waifu anime character. The illustrations were quite nice. However, I don't like the Ace Attorney gameplay style. And the humor that comes with it. The mystery stories, like the murder story, was really, really nice. But overall, I don't think I want to draw a character from this game. Then we have like Pills Optional, which I remember it's a game where your boyfriend turns into, or your girlfriend turns into a zombie, and then you have to play like a little mini game protecting her. And there's multiple endings, I think, and she turns into a zombie or don't. But then again, I don't think I want to draw a character from this game. Then we have Pneumatophobia, right? Which I think it was also a terrible game because it has like some endearing illustrations, and oh, it's a very deep game with a very deep name like Pneumatophobia, whatever. And it's a horror puzzle game and stuff like that. And it's a really basic game full of bugs with like gacha world game like character models. I don't know. It was really bad. It was like a really not good experience. It was kind of cute and it has a nice introduction, I remember. but like there's nothing to write home about, right? So it's nice at the best. Then we have Shattered Halo. This is another visual novel. No, it was not. Shattered Halo. I don't remember this game. I don't remember this game. I'm gonna click play on my own video because I really don't remember this game. Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember now. I know what I forgot this game. It was terrible. It was a 3D game, but it was not really a game. It was just like a proof of concept, and the 3D was like, it was nice, but it was ridiculously bad at everything. The controls were like absolute trash. Yeah, I now remember what I forgot it, but I remember it now, and I will never forget it. Then we have Lightkeeper, which is a game I think I played like 3 times, because the developer keeps coming back and asking me to play his games, and like, they are not bad games, but they are not good games, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's someone that puts a lot of effort into things, which I can always respect, but it's just not nailing it. And I remember when I played Lightkeeper, it was like, it should be an excellent game with all of the things it has, but it sucks so much, and like, yeah, no. Dungeon YX, I think it was a good game, but then again, not a character I want to draw. And then Asher Reload, again, nice concept. I think I quite like it when I played, but like in retrospective, it was like a Mega Man type of game, right? And I love Mega Man types of games, so I gave it a high score, but now I think maybe 5 stars was too much. I'm gonna like change it to 4 stars because in retrospective, it was not that. It's not bad. I think 4 stars, it's okay, but Thirst for Eternity, Chapter 1, I don't remember this one. It was like a card game, right? And you could choose like different colors. It was not exactly a card game, but it was like really fun experience to play. But it was not that long. Oh, we have, and you guys have watched or played this game. It's an RPG Maker classic. Like horror RPG Maker game classic. I actually quite respect the developer. It's called like Wrong, right? I think the name of the developer. I quite respect it because I think he even posted about how he made the game, or like she made the game. I don't know if it's a male or female, I don't care. It has really beautiful animated cutscenes, like big respect for this game. It's actually one of my favorite, not so famous RPG Maker games. But then again, I'm not sure if I draw something, I guess it will have to be N or like the police officer, like the security guard. It was not a police officer. But yeah, very spooky game. I recommend it. Either playing it or watching the video. Maybe I would draw Anne, but maybe not. I'm gonna skip. Yeah. Then we have Wow Corona Box, which is a really fun game. I never finished the game because it was too hard, but it's a fun game. And then we have Toshio had Night Order of the Alchemist, which was like I think it was like Mexican culture inspired like Castlevania game, which was really nice. I love my Castlevania games. It looked really nice, but the controls were not on point, and in this kind of game the controls are really important. Yeah, you know what? I remember I gave this game 5 stars. Yeah, I quite like it. So let's draw a game from the Toshio Night. Yeah, we're gonna draw the main character, right? Seems like the game was updated since the last time I played because I don't recognize these portraits. And this is gonna be our last character for today. I'm sorry, I love Castlevania and I cannot help but sing every soundtrack from it. The person behind it also made the Toho player with rain video, so respect for. Yeah, I recognize the art style. It was really good, man. I think that video is like hands down a classic of internet memes, but like the good ones, not cringe memes. No, you can handle me. It's a nice character design, right? I think I like it because it's fun in the sense of like, what if Castlevania, but instead of the Belmonts, it was a waifu? I guess Order of Ecclesia kinda had a waifu, more or less, but Dracula's curse will be lifted completely. That's a classic. Have you guys listened? I don't think you guys have listened to that song. Defeat me, cause I'm the man. Oh, it's actually over. I don't think I'm gonna finish this drawing, so I better not start it. I promise I'm gonna finish this drawing next time. I didn't see it was so late. Sadly, I have other things to do, so these two drawings and the nice conversation will have to do for this stream. So thank you guys for watching. I actually think these are pretty nice. I hope you guys like it too. I will see you in the next indie game stream or whatever I decide to do with this channel. Sorry I have to finish this stream, so lately I don't have as much time as I will want to stream. And I will see you later. Don't forget to drop a like if you like this drawing stream so I can keep doing them. And I will see you later. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-bam, ba-ba-ba, ba-da-ba.